Hello everyone! It is Obvious Disaster again, and I'm coming to you guys with more of a personal video. I'm wearing this onesie because my hair is messed up and this is comfortable, so I'm wearing this. So the video today, if you saw the title, is it a heart attack or is it costochondritis? To get to the root of this story, it's kind of to let you guys know what I experienced with this question myself, because I recently just went to the ER and it was very scary. I will say that it was definitely really scary, and to not know is like the scariest part. I am not a medical professional. I claim to know a lot of things, but I am not a medical professional. So if you are having chest pains, please go to your doctor or to an ER or an urgent care. But I hope this story will help you out a bit. This was at like 10:30 o'clock at night. I just stood up, and this was just to go to the bathroom because I always like have a schedule like right before I go to sleep I go to the bathroom. So I went to go to the bathroom, go brush my teeth, all that fun stuff before I go to bed. And when I stood up, I started having this really bad pain right here, and this is on my left hand side, but on the video it might be mirrored, but this is my left hand side. So I started having a really bad feeling here, and it was just this whole area. So it was like my chest right here over to my shoulder, and at first it was kind of like oh, that feels unpleasant. And then when I used the bathroom, it was still hurting, but I kind of just ignored it and was about to go to sleep. But as soon as I went to try to go lay down, I started just gripping my chest. Like, it just hurt so bad. Like, you ever seen those like vampire movies? What is it, like Vampire Diaries or something, where they like stick the hand in the chest and they like that's what it felt like someone was doing, except for they were just like it felt so horrible. And I'm laughing about it because that's really the only way that I can probably get through this video without being a big crybaby. So obviously I started panicking, because as any sane person would do, I started panicking. So I try to get up, I try to slow my breathing, because I've had chest pains before with my fibromyalgia, and it's never been to that extent. Like, it was awful. Well, I go to the ER after freaking out. My mom's freaking out too, so we decided to go to the ER after about 30 minutes of having the pain. And we go there, and by the way, this ER was really nice. It's called Trusted ER. It's in Texas, and it was super nice. Like, I went in there and I thought this was like a hotel. I was like, room service? I'm looking for the ER, is that here? She's like, yeah, you could just sit down. There were like snacks and stuff everywhere, but I wasn't really paying attention to that. My chest was more hurting, so I didn't get to like indulge in the snacks right then and there. I get in there super quick, like 5 minutes probably, and I get back to their room, which their room was also really nice. Can't have like this little blanket, and like, they're, do you want a blanket? I'm like, yeah, I am a little cold. This blanket was warm. Warm, I tell you. They heated up this blanket for me, and it felt so wonderful. But first thing that they did was, I go in there, I'm telling them, I can barely talk. I'm just like, my chest, it hurts, and I'm like trying to take out these words, and just trying to wrap my brain around what's happening. And I was honestly scared. Like, before we went to the ER, like, I was crying on the way there. Like, I was like, ah. So next they do an ECG, because they wanted to first rule out cardiac like arrest or something like that. So they did an ECG, and they put the little pads on me, and they did the little recording, and then they showed it to me afterwards, which of course it said results are normal. And I'm like, this happens all the time. My results were normal before I had fibromyalgia, and my body was normal before I had ITP, which is a whole nother story in itself, and I'll make videos about that as well. But yeah, it just said it was normal. So then I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna think I'm in here overreacting and I'm seriously having some pain. But these doctors here, at Trusted ER were just so amazing. Like, asked the right questions, spent time with you, and like made sure that they were trying to get to like the bottom of what was going on. So first off, what he did was he pressed down. He was like, point to the spot where it hurts. And I was like, and then he just goes, right here. And I was like, ah! Why would you do that? And he's like, okay, so good news, not a heart attack, because a heart attack is not tender to the touch. And that was the condition I was having right then. My chest felt squeezed and it was tender, like if you just ran your hand across it, like it hurt. So then after he ruled out, you know, a heart attack, of course, which was a relief to me, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm too young to have a heart attack. He then had me take some labs, some x-rays, and we tried to do a CT scan. And all in all, I came back, found out it was costochondritis, which was super weird. Kind of heard of it, but I never really actually knew what it was. And like I've heard it kind of in junction with fibromyalgia often, like, you know, oh, if you have chest pains, it's costochondritis. But this was like, it was so horrible. And it now I know that, you know, it wasn't my heart, but it's actually inflammation of your rib cage and cartilage. So it was right here, right near the sternum. That's frequently where it is, on the left hand side. So of course, right next to there, that's your heart. And it felt like it was right there, and it was so scary, and I was freaking out. And then also, like, the pain was radiating outward, so it was radiating out to my shoulder, and then to the other side of my chest, and then up to my face, like right here. So I felt like, you know, half of my face was going numb and my arm was going numb, and that whole side of my body just felt like it was feeling awful. And it just was so terrifying. And if anyone else has ever experienced this before, you know, tell me what you do for this. What I've been doing recently is I just put like either a cold or a hot compress on, and I take my pain meds. Like, that's all I know what to do right now. Like, if you have suggestions, definitely put them in the comments below and teach me something. I will have to do some more research on, you know, fibromyalgia and costochondritis being related, just to see, you know, what exactly are relations to it, so that I can bring that to you guys and then let you guys know that as well, for all of my spoonies out there. And hopefully we can all help each other out by providing knowledge to, you know, new people that may be experiencing the same thing as I was. So one of the main differences that I was told between costochondritis and a heart attack is that costochondritis is more of a dual, sharp kind of squeezing pain like I was experiencing, and a heart attack is more of a crushing or like weight on your chest, or like pressure on your chest kind of pain. So definitely know the signs, do your own research too. But you know, don't just rely on your knowledge. Definitely go to someone that is a medical professional to kind of tell you these things as well. But this is just what I learned, so I decided to share that with you guys. Definitely like this if you want me to do more videos like this and kind of explaining my illnesses like fibromyalgia and ITP. And I will definitely get those on the way for you guys. Now I have to end this on a happy note. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, become a part of my Kitten Army family, and make sure you meow that like button.